It's TA with MK. It's TA with MK. Gents and ladies, no time to waste. Don't be afraid, it's time to trade. Let's start your brains like high-speed trains. Storm these games like hurricanes. It's time to save this herd this days. Put on your cape and learn the phrase. It's TA with MK. It's TA with MK. Staying alive, staying alive. That's how I feel every Saturday after my Friday night karaoke adventures.
The stars have mystified, enough them all the eye, and now these children cry, they let the soul behind him. It's not a
I'll be honest, I do partake in a little bit of the devil's juice, but I promise I am 21. Don't I look it? But yeah, so karaoke.
I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind, feel like my life ain't mine. Who can relate? I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind, feel like my life ain't mine.
But hey, we all need a little reset in our life once in a while, and karaoke is what does it for me. I hope you have something in your life that you can, turn to once a week at least, a few times a week, just to kind of, reset the old brain. That being said, we're going to go ahead and give you a quick market update, as well as some of the coins I'm watching. If you're enjoying the content, please remember to like and subscribe, and let's go. All right, makes sense to start out on the Bitcoin daily chart. Not a whole lot. I mean, we have pumped since yesterday, so we are continuing to push up. We are at the top of my zone of resistance. As I'm making the video, it looks like it is trying to peek through. The one concern I had, which is still a concern at least until we pump another couple $100, is just the potential of a double top right here at this same area. And if that happened, then what we'd be looking for is another higher low down here, because we've had this low, this low. This was actually more like a double bottom, but we've just been putting in higher lows ever since here. That's what's kind of forming that ascending triangle that we've talked about. I mentioned that what I was looking for was a push up to here, and of course a breakthrough of around 45K. Wouldn't be surprised if we either pull back a little bit right now to the bottom of this red zone, maybe reconfirm 41K, or hit the top at 45K over the coming 24 to 48 hours and then pull back. I have a feeling, or at least indicators would suggest that we need to cool off a bit. So the chances of us just busting right through 45K this time probably aren't great, but as long as we can continue to put in higher lows, we're basically forming this rounded bottom, which is a very bullish pattern. Well, it's not really a pattern, but it's just price action, consolidating, but putting in higher lows. And so we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and dive on over to the Bitcoin dominance chart. This is the 4-hour Bitcoin dominance chart that I bring up every day on my channel. We've been tracking this large rising channel that it's been in for basically a couple months almost now, the end of January. But it looks like, as we discussed yesterday, that it is trying to break down. It already has broken down. What we're looking for now is what we talked about yesterday as well, as a bearish retest, which it looks like it's headed up to do now. And as long as that can confirm as resistance now instead of support, like it was back here once, twice, 3, 4, this whole zone's been support for quite some time. If it could bearish retest that and flip it to resistance, this will be the little altcoin season I was referring to. The measured move of these patterns, usually, the easiest way to get that is to just take the length of the top to bottom, pull that down to here. So, I mean, the measured move of this could bring Bitcoin dominance back down to like 41.5%. And I realize that's only a 1.5% move, but in terms of Bitcoin dominance and altcoins, that 1.5% move can represent a lot of movement out of the altcoins. So that's what we're looking for the bullish case. The bearish case would just be that this ends up being a bull trap on Bitcoin dominance. It breaks back into this pattern, retests it as support again, and goes this way. So we don't want that. We do want this. I'll give a quick update on 2 of the coins I mentioned yesterday. Super being the first one. This is the coin, NFT coin created by Elio Trades, the YouTuber. And it's wicked up. It's been moving up pretty good since I posted it yesterday or mentioned it. But right now we have this zone of resistance at about 72 cents. And then we also have the moving averages, which is this pink and red. The red one is the simple 50 moving average, and the pink one is the EMA, or the exponential moving average. What I want to see for entry, obviously, is a break and a retest and hold of 72 cents. But I also want to see it get above these moving averages, and I think that would be a really good entry. So that's what we're looking for, because then I think at that point you could probably ride it up to test the 200s. That would probably be the next spot I would expect some resistance. So say you're able to get in somewhere between 72 and 74 cents. Might take a couple days to play out, or even a week. Bitcoin, of course, has to play ball. But, you got 25 to 30% potential gains as it heads up to potentially test the 200 moving averages. And then we have Tower, which is a metaverse play-to-earn gaming coin that I mentioned yesterday. Looks like I need to remove this trend line just a little bit somehow, maybe on my phone or something at some point. I've bumped it a little bit, but I mentioned yesterday that it hadn't broken out yet, but today it looks like it is breaking out. You got these touches up here, here. This was a wick above, but obviously it ended up just being a bull trap. But now it is finally trending out of the above the line of resistance, or the trend line, sorry. So here we have a double bottom, which is always what we like to see right before a breakout. So what I'm looking for potential entry now is either a retest of the top of this green box at around 18 to 18.5 cents. That would be good entry. Or if you want to wait and let Bitcoin kind of make up its mind what it wants to do over the next 24 to 48 hours, a really good entry also would be to see it break above this next zone of resistance at about 24 cents. If you can get above 24 cents and retest that, that would also put it above these moving averages, the 50, EMA and SMA. Those are just kind of starting to curl down and level out. So if the price action can break above that and flip those as support, then similar to Super, let's go find our tool over here, the price range, you could then ride that up to test the 200s. You're looking at, potentially anywhere from 40 to 50% gains. And then one other coin I wanted to mention in today's video is BPro. I believe this is a Web 3.0 coin. Comment in the comment section and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm okay with being wrong. I don't tend to know the fundamentals on coins. Over time, that is my goal to learn, though. But I'm always very upfront with that on the channel. I'm more of a TA guy, not a fundamental guy. But I've heard good things about this coin from some of my buddies that are more into fundamentals. I want to say it's Web 3.0, but anyway, its chart just has looked amazing for some time. Back here, it put in a little double bottom before it had its big move higher at this top of this green box of support. Wick down a little bit lower, more to the bottom of the box this time around, but again, we've got a double bottom. This was a trend line that was, acting as resistance back here, double bottom, breakout. Right now we've got a double bottom and a bigger double bottom, essentially. What we're looking for is for this to break out of this trend line and flip this zone of around, we'll say 31.7. You could even wait for like 32, 0.0032. If it could flip that as support, then similar to the other coins, where I'd be looking to take profits, would be this next zone of resistance. And that would be up here at about 0.00405, about 25% gains. You could also ride it midterm, maybe till it tests the 200, depending on how long that takes. We don't know where the 200s will be at that point, but you're looking at anywhere from 25 to 50%, potential gains on that coin as well. And that is all for today, folks. Hope you're enjoying the content. If you are, please remember to like and subscribe. This is TA with MK. My name is McKay. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll catch you tomorrow. It's TA.